Welcome back. It's been some time since you last saw this place, and I've done some work on it. I finished off the walls of this platform. Haven't quite finished off the top yet, but I've gotten so bored of doing that I've decided to do something else this video. So we have this proper way down here, which is, I think, looks quite nice. And I've torched off the entire island so nothing can spawn, because Endermen were bothering me, primarily. That was the main concern there. Endermen and creepers were the biggest things to worry about. I moved the nether portal way down there. You can kind of see it right there. Just everything's been kind of flattened. I moved the tree farm over there since I'm going to be covering this place up. I think the nether wart farm got a little bigger since the last time you saw it. Oops. The bee farm is going as good as ever. I'm waiting for that to oxidize to green, and then we're gonna wax that off. But today, we're gonna be building something that I don't really build that often. Not a plane, not a vehicle. We have all the materials here. I kind of shaped it out on the ground right here. It's going to be a lovely little bar. Since I don't have to worry about mob spawns right now, I think we could just go ahead and get started. So the corners will have jungle planks. And in between that will be regular terracotta. But then here, on this third layer, we're going to have upside down stairs like this. Just like that. So that's what all of the walls are going to look like here. Except when there's a window. When there's a window, there will be just a full casing of jungle planks like this. And I think this will turn out pretty good. So I hope all of your days have been going good. Mine was pretty nice today. Just not much happening, but sometimes days are nice when that happens. Oops. So we already have a nice look to this place. We just got started. So we're going to line up that with that. Okay. So I have a video planned that's still being worked on, but it is an upcoming video on properly how I make aircraft in this game, because you've seen me do it in like a time-lapse kind of way, but that might not be the easiest thing to follow if you're trying to build one yourself. So I was just thinking, well, I might very well just make my own video on how I make these kinds of things. I haven't finalized how I'm going to do that, but that is a video that's probably upcoming, and I just thought I should let you all know about that. As for where I've been, because it's been a little bit of time, kind of ran out of ideas on what I wanted to do for survival, and I also don't want to make too many planes at once and then have that get boring, because that wouldn't be good. This is looking very nice. I might have overgathered the materials, but that's okay. That means I have more for later. Oh, yeah. Okay. Window here to kind of break up the geometry a little bit. Okay. Oh, we might as well just turn that into a, you know. There we go. So that doesn't look very bad. That's all of the basic walling pretty much done, except for right here, which I can quickly accomplish. Oh yeah, and right behind me too. But like right here is going to be a proper bar, you know, with seats lined up here. I have a plan for that. This is where I'm going to put my brewing stuff. And then over here is going to be a little storage part with like a couple of racks and shelves and whatnot. And then right here will be a place for seats and tables and whatnot. Might as well put this in. It's just a line of dark oak stairs upside down to kind of look like a little bar right here. And there's more to this, but that will be for a little bit later. And before I forget, I'm going to do the floor. And what the floor is we're going to knock all this out. And we're going to put in spruce instead, because I think it looks quite nice. And so every two will be planks. Alright, that lines up quite nice. Except in here. In here and that room will be a stone floor. So we don't have to worry about that. Except for right here where we kind of do. I'll do that in a second. And then right here we need to... It's another group of two. So... Oh man. But that's that done. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of give it a little bit of texturing using the same colors, but a different block within the group. Which is that. And I think that looks great. So we'll continue after we're done right here. We'll jump down there, grab all that stuff, and then finish that wall I just forgot to do. But yeah, it's December now. The year's almost up. It's been a fairly good year for me, all things considered. So I hope the same can be said for all of you. And this might be the only video I get before the year ends. And if it is, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas and all that. But if not, then you'll see me later for me to say that again. But I want to go ahead and say that now, just in case I don't get any other things finished. And that's even the floor done, but before we get there... Oops. We're going to be using these for a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock out these blocks right here. Okay, and we... Oh, and I missed the wood. Okay. It gives me a reason to jump down here and place that. Anyway, so I can't not remember where I first saw this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place bottom slabs here. And armor stands like this. I'm going to grab 6 of these leather hats. I'm going to put them right there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just place that there. I'm going to grab these pistons and redstone blocks. I'm going to place the pistons right here. Oops. 2 times, okay. That's better. And then we just do that again. That's better. But as you can see, it makes for a very convincing bar stool. And I oriented the floor wrong. Oops. Back in a moment. Well, that was a little bit embarrassing, but we're back again. Floor oriented right this time. There we go. But look how good that looks. Little chair that you can sit at. As you can see, it works pretty good. Lightning rod. Wonder why I have those. I'm not going to use lightning rods. What I am going to use is some of these copper grates, and we're going to use them for windows here. When they oxidize to green, they'll have a nice contrasting color. At least in my opinion, they look quite nice. The orange looks good too, but the whole building is orange right now. So when these turn green, I think they'll look a little better. And while we're here, I might as well do this that I just forgot about. That's better. I actually need 2 of those. And then these 2 jungle doors. I hate how that does that sometimes, where the doors just don't orient right. There we go. The floor and walls are effectively done. All that's really left now is to, oh, well, also, all that's left is to put in tables and chairs. I did not pack any bamboo, so I suppose I can go get that. So I was wondering, and you can leave this in the comments if you so choose, but for other buildings that will go in this town and later, I was wondering what kind of buildings you would want to see. What would be the themes of the buildings or whatnot. That looks good. Oops. Right about, I don't know, right about there? Yeah, that leaves enough room for it to be comfortable to walk around in. Okay. Oh, I know why I have the torches. Okay. I picked them up when I was breaking the floor. Oh, and there's a reason why I have a bunch of sea pickles here, too. And that is... where did... Okay, well that's where that is. And I need these droppers. And I even need the iron. Wow, I came prepared. Because I need about 3 cauldrons. One right here. And then... oh, dropper. Oops. And then... oops. There's that. That looks pretty good. And then these look like fantastic cups. Just look at that. If they were multicolored, that might work out a little better. Or if you could dye them so you could paint them like gray or brown or something, that might work even better. But for now, it looks pretty good. I greatly appreciate that they look like this when they're not in water, so they just kind of look like cups. And I am going to also go ahead and put a little rack here for beverages. that will not be specified here. By the way, I really like this little metal shelf design you can do with copper trapdoors. I really appreciate that. I hope we can get more fancy metallic blocks that are less colorful, I guess. Like if we had a metal block with like this color palette, with all the different variety of like, you know, grates, doors, trapdoors, and whatnot, that'd be a fantastic block to use in a lot of the projects that I like to make. But I think we can move on to the roof now. There's not much else to do. Except, maybe add a cheeky barrel for storage in the building itself. So we go in here, we go over the counter, we break this block, and we place it like that. You can barely notice it. And for proper storage, we can walk over here and put that there. So now it's time for the roof, which is why I made a lot of slab and kept a lot of plank. Because we're going to need all of it, probably. And it's better to over-prepare than just get caught with not enough. But the basic shape of the roof will be this real nice shape right here. We'll make an outline of it, and it'll look pretty nice. Forgot to actually add those windows in. Oops. I'm doing that a lot this video, aren't I? That's better. Okay, but over here we do much of the same, where it's this, and then 2, then 3, and then it's just kind of flat. To better illustrate the shape of this roof, we can kind of do this instead, where it's a little more square. There we go. That looks great. Okay. Oh, yeah. Before I get too into that, I should probably, and I believe that's how you make tripwires. Yep. 2, yeah, let's make 4. Put one there. Go in here. Put one there. And put that there. Yeah, that's good. And we can use these last two to just detail this drink maker. Maybe not right there. Maybe on the sides? Yeah, on the sides. Okay. We can also add a little door right here for employees only. And now that we have this defined roof shape, we should probably fill in the stuff that goes underneath that, which would be the wood and the terracotta and also some of the windows. Okay. all the way. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And then bump that up. Go ahead and do this, and then I think now that's legitimately all that is finished. I'm going to leave that space open for a very specific reason, and that will be for a little later. I still don't know what to do with that. I'm too lazy to destroy it right now, but it's not only now too close to the land to build fitting wings for it, but it also just kind of looks a little bad. Bad's a strong word. Maybe mediocre is a better one, but it doesn't live up to my own standards, which is why I've done nothing with it so far. Okay, we're gonna raise this part up. Oh, right, okay. I need the stairs, too. Alright, that makes sense. So we do that. Then it goes up by a slab. Like that. And then it goes into a full block, just like that. Okay. Well, I'm glad I kept this stuff in my inventory. There we go. We're going to put a light here and a light over there. And I think it's going to look great. Okay, I thought this build would take a lot longer, but we're just steamrolling it right now. But that's okay, I just need to, continue on. And I would like to actually get this video out because, well, there's been a couple days in this week and in the past few weeks with an S, but a couple days where I'm like, I'll record a video, and then I just don't. So I'm glad to be doing something finally. And I do like making videos, it's just I think sometimes my ideas are a little bit boring. That's the best way I can put it, really. Now that the roof shape is done, now it's time to put stuff on the roof. And around the roof. There's a reason why I got droppers, blast furnaces, and andesite. Well, andesite was from the ground, but it serves useful. Because we're gonna go over here. Right along here. Yeah, okay. Go right here. We're gonna cut out some of this. I'm gonna cut out over here. I just need to make sure I make a line in everywhere I need to go. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, that's a good question. All I need to do is get up there so I can complete my idea. Oops. I'll collect all that later. But what I'm doing is I'm placing upward facing droppers. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I think they look pretty good as a duct or air or whatever you call it, an AC unit. And why we're messing about on top is I'm going to place a couple of these. Yeah, actually, how does that look? That looks alright, but we're going to do this. So it kind of gets that shape. And then we close off everything on the top. I might as well remove those and that for a reason that will become apparent very shortly. But that looks good. But know what makes it even better? Okay, that's the pickaxe I don't want to use. Okay. Using little blast furnaces here as little air outlets. And you just put those around. And I think this looks fantastic as a air duct. Look at that. This place is... Oh, that's already oxidizing. Great. This place is brimming with personality and lack of light. So let's fix that. We're going to grab these redstone lamps and daylight sensors. We're going to have some fun with them. So here we're going to have a couple of things. One lamp here and one lamp here. This lamp is on during the day, and these will be on during the night, and then this will just be here to make the base look a little nicer. But this lamp will be on during the day, and this one will be on during the night. So that room is covered. Works pretty good. Oh, might as well just... There we go. Now we need to find... It's like about here, right? No, it's right here. Okay. And then right here. Reach down. Okay. So that looks great. And then... Okay, so that is on during the night. Might as well just kind of do that. And then have some nice consistency. These won't do anything particular unless they line up. They kind of don't. What about right here? If I make them a block longer, they do, so I'll do that. Because then I can put a light right above a seat. And that looks nice. Another thing I did, okay, and this I think is quite clever, is we go up here, right? And so it's getting night. Oops. But it's getting night. That means the monsters will be out. But to make sure they don't spawn on the roof, I'll just do that. And so when it's night, the light also leaves up here. The same thing for right over here, just to make sure. And for even right here. We'll just kind of hide it. And that covers most of the things except right here, which I think... that is an occupied spot. About right here. That will look junky. Right here might look alright, so let's try it. And we need a light here. And then we just put that there. The roof is pretty well lit. Now we can see what it looks like on the inside to make sure that the same can be said about in here. I would say so. And the last thing we're going to do for this for now is kind of cover these two lights in particular. Make them look a little bit more fancy. That looks nice. Look at this. Those are a little close, but that's alright. I've seen ducts in real life with outlets that look kind of like this, so I'll accept that. That might be build done, I'm not sure, but now all we can really do that I can remember is just wait for these to get to the right state that I want them and then wax them up so they don't change anymore. But I really don't know what else to add on to this. And I think it looks pretty nice. All things considered. There seems to be dolphins in the water under here. Alright. Well, I think that will wrap it up here. Not much else to do, not much else to say, so I guess I'll say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.